Hi everyone, it's me, Sailor Moon here, Serena, and me, Sailor Starfighter Dustin here. And that's Dustin with a J. Anyway, today we're going to talk about how the Sailor Starlights were the only men to ever be sailor fighters, or sailor keepers, and how many folks in the Sailor Moon followership do not see them that way. And yes, it is true that there are folks in the Sailor Moon followership who do not see the Sailor Starlights, Dustin, Jordan, and Jillian, as the first and only men sailor fighters. But they were. And I know there's going to be someone out there who is going to bring up the song shows or the song plays out there, which there are many of, and say, oh, well, in that world they were women that somehow passed themselves off to look like men. We're not talking about, the song shows or the plays out there, which got its own law to itself. We're talking about the drawing show, Sailor Stars. Or Stars. And I know a lot of folks out there are going to say, oh, well, that they took a lot of freedoms with Stars. Yeah, and they took a lot of freedoms with Sailor Stars as well. But the Sailor Starlights still being men in both tellings is the same. They didn't shift that around, And so a lot of folks in the Sailor Moon followership don't see the Sailor Starlights as the first and only men sailor fighters, which they are. I mean, how does that make you feel knowing that that some folks in the Sailor Moon followership aren't going to be, thankful for, welcoming you as the first and only men to be sailor fighters? Well, it's like this, Sailor Moon. It's like this, Serena. Not everyone in life is going to believe the same things or welcome the same things. But yes, me, along with Dustin, Jordan, and Jillian, are the only men to ever be sailor fighters. But sadly, never going to get the onlook for being the first men sailor fighters, or the only men to be sailor fighters. And the grounds to why many folks in the Sailor Moon followership are not going to be welcoming of it, because some of them think they have to uphold the oversight that Nako Takiguchi, or whatever you say her kin name, came up with. They think they have to uphold the oversight. So folks that are like into upholding the oversight, they're going to be the ones that are going to be stubborn and not want to welcome or see, Jordan and Jillian and myself as the first and only men to be sailor fighters. Well, you got that right. Dustin, Sailor Starfighter. I mean, at the end of the day, you and Jordan and Jillian were the only ones to be the only men to be sailor fighters or sailor keepers or whatever you want to call us. And yes, there are going to be those in the Sailor Moon followership which, due to this oversight, they're not going to be welcoming you or, or Jordan or Jillian as the only men to be sailor fighters. And that's true. That is something that a lot of folks in Sailor Moon don't believe. Why? Because the first 4 followings didn't have any men being sailor fighters, and you go to the 5th and last following, and then it kind of goes again, it breaks that oversight. Oh yeah, you mean that oversight that half the Sailor Moon followership believes in and the other half doesn't believe in and doesn't follow?